Very good afternoon. Honorable Vice Chancellor of Indraprastha University, Professor Sharma, Sandeep ji, and also the Registrar of the University, IP University, and all the distinguished people on the front and second row, and all the students, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very interesting occasion where you have heard many experts speaking about future technologies in education and its impact on women's lives and employment. That's the theme of this event organized by the Outlook. What I would like to say, I heard a very brief amount of you might been scared about AI. Believe me, this is Amrut Kal. It's a golden time, ladies and gentlemen. India had never seen such a progress any time in its past history, at least in the 75 years of India's independence. You are living in a very golden time. And you are really fortunate because, see, you have seen the technology growing with you. And at the same time, you have to also have a responsibility of utilizing this technology appropriately. The development that is Vikasit Bharat by 2047 is no more a dream, according to me, because the things the way we are developing, no less. I agree it could be better. But the way we went through the last 100 years or 300 years in the past, I think reasonably we have done well and we are positioned well at this moment. And even as a mankind itself, human mankind itself, I think never lived better than now. This is a very positive approach I wanted to put it. At the same time, AI is here. Artificial intelligence is here. That is no more an artificial anymore. It's actually an augmented intelligence. Collective of all intelligence has been put. Definitely you have to rise above that. That's not an easy task. So what you need to do today is you need to adopt yourself to the new world order and rise to the occasion, learn newer skills, and this skilling, upskilling, reskilling is a very continuous process. Friends, I'm very happy and honored to be here at this university. This is my first visit. And the topic which was discussing in the previous panel was also very interesting, that is future of education in India and its impact on lives and employment of women. If you don't go back to 1,000 years back, when our universities like Takshashila, Nalanda was there, I think reasonably this is the best time we have, even in the field of education. This is the golden time, as I told you, what we call Amrut Kal. Honorable Prime Minister keeps telling us. I think he is correct. If you look at it, the opportunities what you have, the facilities what you have, even during my time, I did not know even what institutions existed in the country. Okay? I am a topper, please understand this. As a topper also I did not know anything about it, because we all came from a small villages. So India is still a village-centric country. So for those who do not know, today we have 6 lakhs plus villages in our nation. Okay? And still 2/3 of our population still lives in villages. We are an agri-tech-based country. With all that, in technology, we have done reasonably well. See, I'll tell you, the world is looking at us for the technology. So can you give us an example, sir? Yes, definitely, that's what I'm here to tell you and share some of the progressive things what we have done, particularly in the digital public infrastructure creation in the world. Even Americans wonder. I'll just tell you a story because that will be very easy to understand. When I was a director at IIT Guwahati during COVID period, 2021, we had just come out of the COVID. I know all of you, I think younger generation also knows that because last 3-4 years only. At that time, one of my friends visited from US to IIT Guwahati. He was very proud that his nation has given him 3 vaccinations by then. he was carrying proudly the certification of vaccination. And I asked him, when did you get your vaccination? How did you get it? He all told me I have to stand in a queue and all the stories like what you have seen in the pictures of America. This is America, please understand. I lived there also for several years, so I know the story. After that, he pulled out his 3 vaccination certification, very proudly showing me a color photos with color pictures of the vaccination certification. I was smiling to him. After he finishes his talk, I pulled out my smartphone, pulled out my DigiLocker, showed him all the 3 vaccination, where I did not even stand in a queue. Very easily got it done in our own campus at IIT. Okay? What is most important is, any of the citizen of India, how many people? 140 crore people were able to download their vaccination certificates in how many minutes? Less than a minute. Because many of you have used in WhatsApp also. This is mind-boggling, ladies and gentlemen, for a nation which is called as poor. Whole world is appreciative of this effort of digital public infrastructure what we have created. It is not just that story. Today, our tolls, how the way working, the complete revenue generation, majority of why we are building so many highways, roadways, is all because of we are able to generate the money through you, through the people, through the toll, and which is happening digitally, online. I can go on telling you the story, success stories of digital public infrastructure creation in our nation. We started slowly with Aadhaar, but today it has picked up in the field of education. Vice Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor is sitting here. I don't know whether he has implemented the academic bank of credits to all your students. ABC, today, 32 crore children are on our academic bank of credits, what is called as APAR ID. This is a phenomenal. See, 32 crores means 320 million is equivalent to population of America. That means those many children are in the school, ladies and gentlemen. And how we have done in the field of education. Why I said that we are in a golden time since independence. Today, we have close to about 26.5 crore children in the school education. That means we have reached a 100% gross enrollment ratio in school education. And we are slowly inching in the higher education, because these kids who will start from 1 to 5 and then slowly drop out, and we reached a gross enrollment ratio in higher education something like 28.3. But how did we get here? That's very important. Before we getting worked up, we are not equivalent to America. America is a country which is a land of opportunity. They have a lot of money. Just like Yogi ji said to you, how many $500 billion they are putting on only an AI. Okay? Only 3 companies planning to put 500. Anyway, you also heard Elon Musk saying they don't have the money. Immediately after that, few minutes, Elon Musk highlighted that these people don't have money. So, reality has to come out, friends. But what is important to note is AI is here, artificial intelligence is here for real. It is not an imagination. It is going to disrupt the way we even think we work. Let me give you a small example again for you to better understand. When I joined AICTE, I come from very high premier institution like Indian Institute of Science. My last 35 years at IISc, this is what we call ivory tower in higher education. And then another 4 years at IIT Guwahati. But I had not seen many engineering colleges. So I joined sometime in December 2022. I asked at that time, same time, ChatGPT was also released. How many of you used ChatGPT here? Very good, reasonably good number. See, Yogi ji is also raising his hand. So this ChatGPT, I asked, what is this AICTE does? But believe me, I wanted to be smarter. So I asked ChatGPT, write a poem about AICTE covering entire activities of this so that I can understand. And I'm also lazy to read, so it will be a beautiful poem, 4 stanzas. Believe me, 22 seconds, the beautiful poem was there. And for those who have love their mother tongue language, you could write it in Hindi. I did that because I am a government student. I have to do both languages. So another 15 seconds में Hindi में poem आ गया, covering entire activity. Why I am trying to tell you, if I have hired a poet to write a poem about AICTE, he would have taken minimum 6 months. Take it from me. Because he needs to understand what it is and then pen it. Okay? But this machine did it in how many seconds? 22 seconds. This is the worry, ladies and gentlemen. Because this is a collective intelligence, or even LLMs, SLMs, all are coming, and now, Johnson is talking about LQMs, okay? Large quantitative models, where even your mathematical equations can be put in and generate what you would like to see. This can take over the roles what we never thought it will take over. Because creativity was the most for the human beings. But this machine has taken the roles of poet, musician, artist. That means all these creative roles, what has been told to you? These roles or these skills cannot be acquired so easily. It has to come through your genes. Your father or forefather has to be a poet or a musician or artist. Or if you wanted to master it, some of them can master it. How? 10 to 15 years slog with a guru. Sit with your guru, learn music for 10 to 15 years, then you can master, you can compose your music. But these machines are doing it in 20, 30 seconds. That's the worry. Time has been crushed. From years of slogging to minutes. And that is the worry we need to worry about this technology. As I told you again, you don't need to be scared. I am not here to scare. I want to give you confidence. This is not time to get scared. I do not know who said it. Our Yogesh Kochar said it. I do not know is a strength, believe me. Take that as a word. If you say I do not know, that means you are more wise. You are confident. You know that everything you will be able to not know. So this is the world we are living in. So believe that first. Be humble that I do not know. But keep updating your skills. Learning these skills continuously. That is, continuous learning is the order of the day. It's not going to be end of the day. Why? Because the technologies are changing so fast. So you need to adapt yourself to this new world order and new technologies and keep learning and continuous learning. That is where our national education policy is one of the best policy. This is a come right time. But we need to start implementing that at every time, at every place, and encourage our young people to use that flexibility given to them. So I just wanted to say in one sentence, what is NEP? NEP is actually for the only students, welfare of the students. Forget about all others. It is actually centered around students, and it is flexibility given to you. What you would like to learn, you can learn. What degrees you want to get, you can get. You can want to register for 2 degrees at a time, do it. This is your choice, your time. This was not there in my time. Please understand. I had I don't know how many are engineering students here. My time, they used to say final year when I come, oh, elective course you have to take. But we were living in an era of compulsory elective. Because there was only one course was given. They used to call that as elective. We have to forcibly take that only because there were no other teachers to offer the elective courses. That's the kind of a time we grew up. Your time is really, really golden time. So you don't need to be scared, and you are much more confident than our generation. In every aspect, the new generation is much better than, except in the humanity. That is where we are losing. That's what Yogesh keeps talking to me many times. Sir, we need to make our children also humane. That's why even AICTE started universal human values. So giving and be compassionate and being a human being and caring for others, that's what is important. That is what you have to worry about, not about intelligence. or super intelligence. Let this super intelligence model also come, you will be above that. Don't worry, because you have created that. Human beings have created all these super intelligence models. So why you have to be worried about that? You should not be worried about it, but you need to be open and accept that I do not know and learn. Keep learning, continuous learning, and that learning should also happen very fast, similar to the machines. That's the time we are all living in. That's the time you are particularly living in. For us, see, when we had in 80s, when computers came in, I will tell you a story. 80s, computers came to India. That time, the entire country was on strike, particularly the banking people. They were so scared, my job will go away. But today, banks have vanished, friends. Banks have come to your pocket. They're all in your phone. So, that change you need to accept. Adapt to the new changes which are coming in. The power of technology has not left any area, any sector, including education. So, I completely agree, the way we are teaching today, the way our teachers are doing things will not be same. That doesn't mean that we should be worried and scared of it. We need to adapt to these new changes. The rapid advancement in digitalization, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and many virtual and augmented realities, AR, VR, technologies are reshaping how we educate, how we learn. Okay? And it is very important. Why? Because I told you also, how did we get here for higher education of 28.3? For young people, you would not know. Britishers thought that we are not, as a society, please understand, even though we have built universities of our own, center of excellence given 0 to the world, decimal system to the world, Sushruta was there operating that time. Even with all that, what did Britishers say? This society is not good for higher education. Macaulay has clearly written that. And that was the story in 1947, friends. 1% of our school graduates coming to higher education. How many? Only 1%. In 2000, year 2001, this gross enrollment ratio in higher education came to 11%. Okay? In 2025, we are at 28.3%. That means we grew in last 25 years 18%. But our national education policy has put a goal for us. What is that goal? We want to be putting 50% of our outgoing school students into universities. That is 50% GER in higher education. That means we want to achieve 22% increase in 10 years. How can you do this? I think it's a golden time. AI is here. Use that AI and make our people, that is what I look at it positively rather than worried about it. I feel this is a golden time. Use the technology, use the super intelligence, use the augmented agents, replace them with some of our teachers, but teachers are very essential. So we have learned ourselves during COVID. What did we learn? Blended learning. Okay, we learn online, we learn through ourselves, self-learning, online learning, all are here to stay with us, to take us to the next level. Future is bright, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need to worry about the future of any education. It's going to be the phenomenal changes are going to happen. We need to accept that phenomenal changes which is bound to happen to us. So let's come to the women. How are we doing in women education? Because that's the theme Sandeep has put to us. Friends, again, India is the one country gave very, very early, and in our society also, we always respected women. Always. Because we knew her strengths. She can do multiple jobs at the same time. Multitasker hai. घर में भी काम कर सकते हैं, बाहर भी काम कर सकते हैं. This is the time. You look at it, for example, Chandrayaan, successful launch. When they developed nation like America, where private companies were putting a lot of money, were able to go to the same spot, okay, on the moon, but their rover tipped over. Our rover survived its life and did a very successful launch. Recently, you saw, even we in the International Space Station, we were able to connect. So these things are, who are they doing? Who are the scientists? These are all the women scientists. 30% of the ISRO scientists are women. Give a big hand, please. 30% of these scientists are women. And the leader also is a woman scientist. And these people have made this possible. And what is the beauty of a woman being in an educational system? She will be able to take care of their like children at their home. She takes care of their schools, colleges. Why our school system is good, ladies and gentlemen? Why are you all successful? Because you have come through a school where our teachers are women. Because they take care of you so well, like a mother. Okay? So her contributions are immense. I think it's a golden time, and they have to be there equally in every leg with us. So today, where are we reached? 43% in engineering education are women, girls. And we want to see that 52% because all toppers of pre-university, 12th class are all girls only. And I am attending convocations, one after almost every week, 2 convocations. All gold medalists, toppers are all girls only. Give them a big hand. So what we need to do for them to work much more efficiently, that's what we have to think about. How are we going to make their life equally good, competition-wise, is bridging the gender gap is the one what we need to think about. Opportunities, because they are good in mathematics, they are good in science, they are good in engineering. My time, entire class, we had 0 girls. But today, same civil engineering has 65% girls. Why that is possible? See, the olden time, men, we used to only go for wars, only go and win the war against another party. So masculine strength was very important. Men used to go out and fight for you, fight for family, fight for the nation, fight for the region. But today, that is not required. A click of a button, you can fight. You have seen how 200 rockets came from elsewhere, nowhere, and you need now to counter that, the Iron Dome. But for a country like ours, Iron Dome is impossible. Anyway, coming back to the point, what I'm trying to tell you is, see, this is an excellent time where inclusivity is very important. So we need to look at their safety, we need to look at their respect them, we need to have leaders, that means vice chancellors, and we were able to make the presidents, prime ministers, women, but we still have to make them in the industry, CEO, CTO, CXOs have to be women. And that day, we have brought the gender equality to the real numbers. Because I have seen they are very smart in everything. So women in leadership role is very, very important. And we need to bring that. And already technical education, medical education, they have already come in a big numbers. So it's a time wherein we wanted to create this gap. So to bridge this gap, what AICTE is doing, we are actually providing a lot of scholarships, fellowships to the girls and women. AICTE has schemes like internship, then career, employability, and we have scholarship for the entire thing, Saraswati scheme. And we also conduct one program called Amazon Wow, that is Women of the World initiative with Amazon. Okay, so where we teach them very high-ended courses. This is what we need to do, create newer programs to bridge the gap by providing access to industry-relevant resources and opportunities for women. Technology is a powerful enabler. It is not a standalone solution. So to bring the humanity, universal human value, women's role is also very important because she is a mother. She can care for others. So that culture we need to bring. We need to foster an ecosystem that promotes inclusive mentorship, sustained support for women to be in our higher education, and that number should grow even in the administrative roles and every other sector. So when women are part of technological and educational transformation, they bring unique perspectives, they bring empathy, they bring innovation to every challenge. You know, Smart India Hackathon, I don't know how many of you participated in SIH. Good, one hand came up. So we have made one girl has to be part of the team. 6-member team, one woman member has to be part of the team, otherwise we don't encourage the teams. It could be entire team, could be women, but other teams should have one member of the women. So this is again kind of initiative what AICTE is taking for inclusivity, ladies and gentlemen. Empowering women with future-ready skills is not just about individual success. What we have brought, I have brought a new scheme for women who have left, because many of them do MTech, PhD very early and then get married. Their choice is to bring their family. So after 10 years or 15 years, when the children grow up, go to higher education, and they would like to come back. So we have created a scheme called Bharati, where the woman who left due to the family reasons, their job, she can come back and teach because she's an excellent teacher to the kids. So this scheme is a new scheme which I've launched at AICTE to bring back the woman to these classrooms so that she can teach. As we stand in the cusp of a new era, driven by technology, because the world is disrupting, ladies and gentlemen. AI is, as I told you, it is real. It is nothing about artificial, as I told you. And let us pledge to ensure that no woman is left behind. Education is not merely about imparting knowledge. It is about enabling individuals to shape a brighter future. So as a nation, we have done exceedingly well. We have changed the definitions also in education. For example, you know, the kind of, today we are the largest utilization of the QR codes, you know, for transaction, electronic transactions of the, so 50% or 45% of the e-transactions happens in India. Okay, all that money transactions. So today we have forgotten about our wallets, credit cards. This all happens through mobile phones, through QR codes. So in that world where we are living in, so the technology is going to be there with us, is going to transform us with the way it is transforming itself. So by harnessing the power of future technologies, we can unlock the boundless potential of our daughters, sisters, and mothers. This is the time, ladies and gentlemen. Together, let's build a society that is not just progressive, but prosperous, but also equitable and inclusive and also empathetic. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.